Hello, everyone. My name is Biffy Ipple. Very excited to be here. And the reason being is because I wanted to make sure, and someone else as well wanted to make sure that there was a thing we could share with you about the 5K Club. We get a lot of questions about what is the 5K Club? How can I get into the 5K Club? What does it entail when you're in the 5K Club? And we really wanted to make sure to create a foundational video to help give understanding, help give clarity to those types of questions to really bring you along to your path of success with whatever your vision is, wherever you're going, that this can be something that you can use to help you go in that direction of your visions, of your goal, and lead you to that place of success, lead you to that place of fulfillment. And so, what I'm doing today is I have on one of the founders of the 5K Club and my mentor, Jason Solomon. Jason, thank you so much for being on here. I know you've got a lot going on, especially there's so many people, even right now, signing up for the 5K Club as we're currently making this. And so there's just a lot going on and in the works. So thank you for taking time to create this video. And Jason's going to explain the reasoning behind the 5K Club and to answer those questions that I just said. So thank you so much, Jason.
Yeah, Biffy. I'm glad to be on here, and I appreciate you having me do this. And I think it's exciting. We have a lot of good things going on, as you mentioned, and yeah, it's a beautiful operation. So I'm excited to be on here. But really quick, I guess I can share my story for the ones who don't know who I am, and then yeah, I'll definitely talk about the 5K Club and what we created with that because I'm not, I'm not the creator, but we have creators. We have a group of us that put together this club that we have, which is an investment club in partnership with our business. And Biffy, I've been in the industry of network marketing for 7 years, and my background is athletics and sports. And I grew up an athlete, and I didn't grow up in a very wealthy environment at all. And I always tell people this: when you grow up in the environment I grew up in, it's not that you only know certain things, you're only shown certain things. And the things I was shown growing up was that if you want to win, you want to be successful, you want to get to the top, then you got to take the route of working a job or playing sports or going the streets or do something that wasn't going to amount to much. And so luckily, Biffy, when I was 18, my older brother pulled me aside and he said, "Look, dude, you got to do something different. You got to look into personal growth. You got to get into some type of entrepreneurship because I was always the kid, Biffy, that was selling candy in high school and always had a mindset for how can I turn a dime into a dollar and how can I be self sufficient because when we see our environments today, we live in a unique world, and the world we live in is actually is changing so fast. Like information is popping up here and there, and it's changing so fast that we have to change with it. I was doing a call, Biffy, I believe yesterday. So if you're watching this recording, this was yesterday of the day of the recording, where I was telling some people, I said, look, people upgrade on their phones every single year. There hasn't been a year where they haven't come out with a new car. We're always finding these new updates. We're always getting something new. There's always a new innovation, and people upgrade on these things every single year. But very rarely does someone ever upgrade on their lifestyle. One of my mentors, I was so fortunate to have him. His name was Bob Proctor, and I was working with him and his wife for the past 7 years, and one of the things that he told us, along with my guy Darren Gibson, who is another mentor of mine, is that most people have a 1 year experience, 50 different years. And I saw that with my family, Biffy. I saw my family struggling. I saw them trading time for money. And I'm a firm, I mean, the same song I'm singing is probably the same song that you're singing if you're watching this, because we are 97% of the world is in that category, and I wanted to get out. So luckily my older brother pulled me aside. He got me plugged into the right environment. So Biffy, I was so blessed that when I was 18, I got put around people that were already 6 and 7 figure earners. So I didn't have how first impressions are really everything. And my first impression on business was, okay, everybody has mentorship, everybody has guidance, everybody has this environment, because I always tell people that there's no such thing as bad seed. There's just things as different soil. And you may be a good seed, but the only challenge is you're landed on the wrong soil. And that's kind of how my life was all the way up until the age of 18. And so, for the past 7 years, we built up the business that we had. And you know, it was an amazing operation. We did well. We earned a lot of income. We traveled the world, and it was amazing. And you know, as an entrepreneur, if people look up the true definition of entrepreneur, Biffy, then I think it's going to resonate with them a lot more than just hearing the word entrepreneur. If you look up the definition of entrepreneur, yes, it says someone who operates and runs multiple businesses. That's true. But it also says, Biffy, and to me, this is the most important thing about the definition of entrepreneur. It says someone that is a financial risk taker and someone that's a problem solver. And the thing that I learned about being in business is that there's always a problem to be solved, no matter how successful you become. If you look at people like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, they always sit down with their head team and think about how can we improve this service? How can we make it better? How can we make it more efficient? How can we get it in the hands of the clientele a lot faster? Or how can we help our people earn a lot more? Because we live in a world that's infinite. And so, Biffy, that's kind of the point we were at last year in May, and we were just looking for a position to be in where we can expand and grow our wealth. Now, I always tell people this is that there's 4 levels to money. All right, you guys want to take this down, write notes if you're watching this recording. There's 4 levels. Actually, there's 4 levels to money, and there's 4 levels to working. When I first heard this information, that's when everything changed for me, because I wanted to figure out how can I become successful and how can I multiply my income. Now, first off, most people get in the category of working for money. All right. I want you all to understand that working for money is the worst way if you want to win in the big way. If you don't believe me, look at jobs, look at 9 to 5s. When you clock in, the money stops, you clock out, the money starts. And if you're not clocked in, if that physical body is not clocked into a building, that means you're not earning. Or if you work from home, if you're not physically clocked into that operation or that business or that company, then you're not earning income. That's called working for money. That's what 96% of the world does. I saw my mom do it. I saw my dad do it. I saw my friends do it. I saw my family do it. And it's crazy, Biffy, when you see a bunch of people touching a hot stove and they're getting burned, what do you think? You say, hey, look, I don't think I should touch the same thing they're touching. I see everybody touching the same stove and they do it from 9 to 5 every single day, and they don't like it. They don't enjoy it, but they keep touching the same stove. So Biffy, one of the things I was blessed with was to wake up. I remember one thing Bob Proctor would always tell us. He said, in our world, people hardly think. He said 2% think, 3% think they think, and 95% of the world rather die than think. Somebody says, well, I don't believe you. Well, don't believe me, but look at what people do. They'll never do what they were doing, they were thinking. Look what people say. They'll never say what they were saying, they were thinking. So when I got into this information, I was so excited because I never heard people talk like this. You know, when we have our 5K club, you know, a lot of people look at it as an investment club or a place where you can earn income. I look at it as a mindset club because that's one of the biggest things that we teach people with our master classes and our mindset calls with people when they get in, because it's called the law of the lid. Your income is never going to exceed your mindset. It's called the lottery mentality. There's many people that hit the lottery and they're given millions of dollars, but because they did not become a millionaire mentally, they lose that money. So Biffy, one of the first levels is called working for money. Second level is called earning money. Now, the past 7 years, you know, we've been fortunate. You know, our mentors, if you know Bob Proctor and his wife, Linda, they taught us very, very well how to earn money. I mean, that was one of the easiest things that we ever had to do. And it's because we had the right mentorship. We had the people that were doing that. And so we learned how to earn income. But Biffy, the biggest challenge that we encountered, and one of the main reasons why we created the 5K Club, was because we didn't know how to control our money once we earned it. And we definitely did not know how to multiply our income. And most people that are entrepreneurs, especially first generation, imagine you're the first person in your family to earn residual income. You don't have any guidance around you on what to do with the money. Not to say you didn't have mentors, but there's so much new technology that even people that earn millions of dollars can't always keep up to what's coming out new. So Biffy, what we would literally do when we earned our income, maybe you're the same way if you're watching this video, we would literally casino our money. And I always tell people the worst position as an entrepreneur to be in is to be somebody that actually is earning the income, but you have nothing to show for it. That's exactly where we were at. We actually had the income, we actually had the business, but because we spent our money instead of invested our money, we had nothing to show for it. I was teaching the team the other day, Biffy. I said, look, when you spend money, SPEND, that last 3-letter word, end, that means the money ends, it goes out and never comes back. One of the things I wanted to learn how to do was invest my money. So very grateful for the experience. Last May, one of our mentors called us. He flew us out to Mexico. This guy's name is Holden Buggs. Some of you may know of him. Some of you may not have heard of him. But my time in network marketing, Biffy, I studied Holden Buggs because my mentor, Darren, he sent me an audio clip. And you know how when you get an audio clip to your iPhone, it pulls up the actual link, like it shows you who's on the link. And he sends me this audio clip, and what pulls up is this. Now, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from. If you see something like I just saw back in 2016 of this audio clip, you're going to listen to what this guy had to say, because when it was sent to me, Biffy, it said, listen to a guy that's in this industry that earns 1.3 million a month. Now, let alone, I never heard of anybody earning 1.3 million a year. So I clicked on the audio, started studying it, and I fell in love with this guy, Holden Buggs, because he related so much to where we were going. He related so much to the vision that we had. Our goal was always to get to millions a month, millions a day, billions of dollars in business. And we just didn't have anybody around us that was doing that on that elite level every single day. And so, you know, listening to Holden, you always attract what you tune into. We say what you tune into, you turn into. And so luckily, we attracted him into our lives. And I'll tell you guys this, when someone's earning hundreds of millions of dollars, they don't just earn it in one thing. When someone has all that success in one industry, all that income doesn't just stay in one bucket. They have to pour it into other things. It's like I told someone the other day, I said, a tree first starts growing up straight, then it branches off into other things. So what he did was he built up his name in one industry, built up his finances in one industry. And then when he got to a certain point, he branched off into different investments. Now, the things that we were missing, Biffy, we had the tree trunk, but we didn't have the branches. So I remember we were in Mazatlan, Mexico. We sat down with Mr. Buggs, and he was just casting the vision on what his ideas were. And the beautiful thing was, he didn't care about us joining him or partnering with him. He cared about giving us advice on what to do with our income. So he gave us some different things. He said, hey, look, when you earn this amount, put your income here. When you get to $1 million in this, put your income here. When you get to $1 million a month in this, put your income there. And I never had that direct guidance on where to put my money. So Biffy, one of the biggest things when I think about the 5K Club, because what we designed was everything that we have as investments, we put into the club. Now, I'll give you another example on why we created the 5K Club. Biffy, one of the biggest excuses that we accept, especially me coming from a network marketing background, where we, you know, back in the day, we used to have a lot of physical events. So people had to travel, people had to come out and, you know, sit down. Now, a lot of things are done online. But Biffy, one of the biggest excuses that our society accepts, and I'll be very honest with you guys, this is an excuse. I heard John Maxwell, one of the greatest leadership coaches ever. He said, the bad thing about having an excuse is that you can have a pretty good one. And so, Biffy, I realized this because I've talked to thousands of people. We did hundreds and hundreds of meetings. And, you know, when you start doing so much of the same work, you find the commonalities in something. And Biffy, one of the biggest excuses that we accept in our economy, whether people believe it or not, it goes something like this. I can't do this because I have to go to work. I can't go there because I will be late for work. I can't be there because I don't get off work in time. I can't tune into look, we used to have physical events where you had to drive. Now we have Zoom. I can't tune into the Zoom because my boss may see me be on Zoom while I'm working. Now, most people don't believe it, but that's an excuse. And Biffy, over the past 7 years, imagine you having this vision of freeing people from time and financial freedom, but the same thing that they want to be free from is the same exact thing they use as an excuse to stay in. No one wants to work their job, but they use it as an excuse to stay in it. I can't I can't jump on a Zoom call that's going to teach me how to build financial and time freedom because I have to be at work. I can't be late for work. So Biffy, what we saw was the matrix. We said, wow. I remember I was talking with somebody and they said, man, this system is all screwed up. You know how people say the economy's screwed up and, you know, this is messed up here and this is torn up over here. And Biffy, I had to correct this person because when you get around certain people, like I'm blessed to have mentors like Mr. Bucks, who's billionaires, and Darren Gibson, millionaires, and all these other individuals, no income claims too. But when you get around these individuals that are very successful, you really start to see what it is. And I told the person, I said, look, the system is working. I said, do you think it's a myth that 3% of the world runs 97, or you think it's by luck? No, it's by design. So the fact that people think like this, I can't go after my dreams because I got to go to work. That was one of the dominant reasons why we created the 5K Club, because we had so many people on our team that were trying to get out of their job, but they were so reliant on their job to pay their bills that they had zero energy left to build their business. So one of the things that we did, Biffy, and this is the design behind the 5K Club, because we've been blessed with different MSIs or different streams of income. So, you know, our network marketing business was the dominant thing. And then once we got around Mr. Bucks, he said, okay, when you earn money here, you know, put it in NFTs, put it in the crypto space, put it in certain tradings, put it in certain things. Because we've been blessed to have those certain things, we said, you know what, why don't we give that same thing back to our team? Why don't we give them the same experience? What's the point of somebody having all the information if you don't share it? That's why they always say, Biffy, the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because people die with so much information locked up in them. So what we did was this, and I'll give you guys an example on how we would operate the 5K Club. So let's say, for example, somebody joined our network marketing business. All right. Now, in order to be in the 5K Club, we got it designed a certain way, but people don't have to build it. But let's say, for example, somebody joined our business, and let's say they built up their business to about 5,000 volume in a month, 5K. What we would do is this, Biffy, we would call the person and say, hey, congratulations, John, man, you just reached the rank of 5K and 5,000 volume in your business. Now, look, buddy, look, we know that you've earned a little bit of income. All right, we know you probably got 500 to 1,000 take-home income. And what we want to do is this, we want to give you a place where you can start investing your money. Now, you have an option. You can spend your money, you can keep it, take it wherever you want to do. It's your income. But we've been in the same position of getting our first few residual checks, and we spent our money instead of investing it. So if you want to be a part of it, we have an exclusive club called the 5K Club. And because you reach 5,000 volume in your business, you're now eligible to be in the club. And that $500 to $1,000 you just earned, you know, that income you just earned. Okay, cool. Let us show you where you can invest it. Why? So that next month, you're not reliant on your job. So that next month, you now have another stream that's growing alongside your marketing business. And then 2 to 3 to 4 months later, you should have enough streams from those investments to be able to quit your job so you can have more time, energy, and money to build your business. And eventually, Biffy, we started doing that with a lot of people. Word got out. You know, networkers, they can't be quiet. Word got out. We started to get calls from different businesses, different companies, different leaders, different people in different teams. And at first, you know what's crazy, Biffy? At first, we said no one's going to be in it but our people in our network marketing business. Now imagine, we're in the industry of saying, keep your mind wide open. Every call, be optimistic, you know, keep your mind open, your brain won't fall out, right? That's what we always say. So imagine how closed-minded we were to shut down people just because they were in a different industry. No, if we can help people, we can help people. So Biffy, what we designed with the 5K Club, and it's cool because when people join the 5K Club, it's like having a guest house to the mansion. Our mansion was our network marketing business, but we want to add different things around the property. So with the 5K club, we added different things. So we added our investment portion. So when people join the 5K club, we already have 3 or 4 or 5 different investments set up where people can put their income. And it's amazing because the vision with the 5K club is to help 5,000 people earn 5,000 a day. All right. Now, some people are like, oh my God, that sounds so astronomical. How are you guys going to help 5,000 people earn 5,000 a day? Well, I'll tell you all this. It's not that we're going to help people earn 5,000 a day. We already have people doing that. All right. No income claims, but I'm kind of claiming it. We already have people earning 5,000 a day in the 5K club. So the goal now for us, Biffy, is not to see how we can help somebody earn 5,000 a day. The goal for us is how can we help person 4,999 get to 5,000 quicker than person number 1? Why is that important? Well, a lot of people always say, I want to help people. I want to give back to the world. Well, how are you going to feed hungry people when your plate is empty? Let's teach. If we're going to do what we're here to do on this earth, we need a few things. We need time freedom. We need money. We need resources. We need community and connection. So with the 5K club, when people join the club, we automatically add them to our Facebook group. That's where they can go through the tutorials on how to set up their investment accounts, all those different things. But I'll tell you the biggest thing, Biffy, when people join the 5K club, they get the mindset calls. You know, we've been fortunate enough to be trained and work with Bob Proctor and his wife, Linda Proctor. So one of the things that we take pride on is teaching people about their mindset, teaching them how to shift their paradigm. Because I don't care if you earn 5,000 a day. If your mind is not on that frequency, then you will find a creative way to lose that money. Like we did. Because our mind wasn't on that frequency of 5,000 a day. So anything that's not on the frequency, you will retract, meaning get away. You will retract the same thing you're trying to attract. It's called law of attraction and law of retraction. And most people don't know there's a law called retraction, meaning you repel the same thing you want to bring into your life. So when people join the 5K club, we have our mindset calls. We do those at least 3 to 4 times a week. Why? Because we want people's minds to be on a certain frequency. It's not good enough just to have the income. Second thing is this, Biffy, we have different events. You know, we actually just came back from Cancun where we had our 5K club retreat. And, you know, there's different people from different brands, different businesses in it. So it's a non-compete entity. If you're in a specific business or industry and you're like, hey, I want to be in the 5K club, but I don't want to build something else. That's cool. You don't have to be. You know, you don't have to build this over here. This is strictly so you can invest your income and have a platform of a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. And so, Biffy, we do a lot of trips. We had our 5K club, a retreat in Mexico where we took a yacht to a private island. Then I just got back from the Czech Republic. We had a 5K club dinner out there. Beautiful experience. You know, we have people all around the world. I think right now we have a few hundred people that are part of it, and it's growing every single day, maybe 500-600 people. But the goal is to get it bigger, and the goal is to expand it because we want people to be a part of it. Now, I remember when someone said, you know, how can I be a part of the 5K club? Because that's probably what you're asking right now. Okay, if I want to do it, how can I be a part of it? Now, initially, you had to enroll into our business and build up your business to 5,000 in volume. That was the initial way we had people do it because they had to enroll with the highest package, which was $1,000, and they had to build it up to $5,000 in business volume. Then we add them to the 5K club. So that's kind of how we started promoting in the beginning. Okay, you want to be in the 5K club? Well, you got to join our business, then build it up to 5,000 volume. Then you'll be in the club. Now, a lot of people, Biffy, said, hey, look, I'm already in a network marketing business. I'm already in insurance. I'm already in real estate. I don't want to build anything else. Is there a way? We literally have people begging us. Is there a way that I can get in and I don't have to build? And you know what's crazy? Most people are like, man, I would just pay to get in the 5K club. And so that's what we let them do. Okay, cool. You want to be in the 5K club? If you don't want to build the business where you have to bring in 5,000 volume, then you can pay 5K to get into the 5K club. And I want people to understand, they're like, man, it's $5,000 to get in the 5K club? Yeah, 5,000 back into the business, because if we used to have people sending us money and doing all this other stuff, but that got too crazy, you know, working with people in different parts of the world. And so we don't want to have people just sending money back and forth because I don't want to deal with that headache. So what we said was this: we said, okay, if people want to be a part of the 5K club, then this is how we're going to keep track of who's in it, just to keep track. They'll have to enroll in our network marketing business, and they'll have to enroll that 5,000 into the business. They don't have to build it, but that will give them entry to the club. Hopefully that makes sense for people, because some people are like, hey, I want to join, but I do not want to build something else. You don't have to build something. I know a lot of people that don't want to build anything. And I tell people all the time that you shouldn't have to just build something to earn income. There's so many different things out here, like the investments we have in our 5K club, like the NFTs, the different rewards programs that you and your husband are getting into, Biffy, that are helping people produce thousands a day. We have so many different things that people can put their money into and let the money do the heavy lifting. And then they can have the time and the freedom to be able to build their business. Because most people in network marketing, I'll tell you guys this, most people in network marketing are in network marketing for the money from it. So how are you going to serve somebody with your product, with your company? If you're in real estate, if you're selling the house just to get the transaction, how are you going to really help that person? I'll tell you what my mentor told me. She said, Jason, if I need you, I can't lead you. You have to be in business, not for the transaction of the business. So when people have different investments growing on the back end, that allows them to not worry about how can I get the sell from this person in my business, but how can I really help them get what they want from it? So Biffy, the 5K club is amazing. I mean, it's 5,000 to get into the club. We do have it set up to where if people want to remain in the club and keep getting all the different investment opportunities, all the different things that we have, like our NFTs went crazy. We have some big time supporters like Alex Rodriguez, Hall of Fame baseball player. We have Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street guy. We have so many different things. It's our investments in the club have been on different newspapers, news articles. So it's hit big time. And a lot of the big time names in our industry are in a lot of the things that we have for our 5K club, which is why we're getting knocks at the door. But Biffy, if people want to remain in the club to be able to keep getting all the different investments that we have, then it is $300 a month for them to remain in the club. And again, somebody was like, hey, why do I have to initially pay to get into a club? Then why do I have to stay on subscription to remain in the club? And I'll put it like this. Some people pay $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year to go to university, and you come out earning $25,000 a year. Biffy, you have some people in your organization right now that did the same process. They invested $5K into the club. They're staying on the monthly subscription for 300 volume just to remain into the club and keep getting the investments. And some of them are close to doing 5,000 a day. Look, I always tell people earning money is not hard, it's just different. It's a different mindset. Look, when you get into anything, I don't care what you guys do. If you're watching this recording, if you don't even have to get into the 5K club, I really don't care who joins it. I care people wake up, because this is the thing, Biffy. When you get into anything, stop looking at how much something costs. Start looking at how much you're going to gain. Stop looking at the price tag of the Bentley and start looking at what comes with the Bentley. Well, a Bentley's $250,000. Well, if you actually knew what went into making the Bentley, then you would probably say this car's worth a lot more. If you actually knew what went into making some of these high priced items, then you would probably say, man, this thing is a lot more. Look, and that's why most people work jobs, because they don't look at what they're going to get from it, or they don't look at what they're going to become from it. They only look at what they're going to get from it. When it comes down to opportunities, Biffy, this is going to grow dramatically. Right now it's 5,000 to get into the club, 300 every month to stay active, to be able to keep getting the different investments. Eventually it's going to go to 50,000 entry. Why will we take it to 50,000 entry? Well, when you have 100 people doing 5,000 a day, if you do the math, 5,000 a day times 365, that is 1.8 something million a year. Will you be mad to invest 50,000 to have clear instructions on how to get to 5,000 a day? You see, that's why I always say, stop looking at the price tag of something and start looking at what you're going to gain from something. Biffy, with the 5K Club is beautiful. We got our Facebook group, we got our WhatsApp groups, we have our 5K Club retreats. We're going to have something coming up in Vegas for the 5K Club. We're going to do amazing stuff. I mean, we already got it planned out. We're going to rent out cruise ships. We're going to get yachts. We're going to get private islands just for people to come out and gain the experience, because it's all about the experience. And when you have the time and the money freedom, you can do those things. So Biffy, I appreciate you having me on here. As you can tell, I get passionate about this. For the ones that want to be part of the 5K Club, first off, I'll tell you guys this. I don't care who joins the 5K Club, but I care if you get into something that's going to give you the community, the mindset, the income earning potential, and the environment. My friend Jake Pardon, he's an amazing guy out there in the UK, one of the top leaders in the 5K Club too. He always says that the seed will reveal the quality of the soil. The seed will reveal, meaning that there's no such thing as bad seed. There's only different soil. So the thing is this, Biffy, if the seed will reveal the quality of the soil, and we put the seed in the 5K Club, and it sprouts out people that are earning residual income, that are earning $5,000 a day, that some of them are earning a few hundred a day. Some of them are earning $50 a day. Some of them are earning $50 a week. Some of them are earning $50 an hour. Some of them are earning $5,000 a month. Some of them are earning $5,000 an hour. When we put the seed in the soil, that's what speaks about it. And Biffy, when I see what we're creating with the 5K Club, right now it's $5,000 to get into the club. So make sure you guys, if you're watching this video, hopefully somebody sent you this video before the price increased, because we're going to take it to 10,000, then we're going to take it to 50,000. Then who knows, we may take it to 100,000, because we already have some big time companies that are looking to get into the club, that want to bring their employees in, that want to bring this in and that in. So it's an amazing operation. I'm so grateful for what we have. And I'm not just a leader of it. You know, we have many leaders. I won't just name drop everybody, but we have many leaders a part of it. And it's a beautiful thing, Biffy. So I appreciate you having me on here. Look, if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I want to be a part of the 5K Club, reach out to whoever sent you this. I'll tell you guys this. If you got this recording, thank the person who sent it to you, because I do not tell people to blast these recordings out to everybody. I do not. Number one, because I don't want this out there to everybody. This was meant to be a closed club. But you know how networkers are, they can't stop talking, you know, hey, we got this 5K Club. So it was meant to be a closed environment, but now we have so many people around the world, from Australia to Europe to the Americas to South America to Dubai, to different parts of the world wanting to be in the club. And it's amazing. So Biffy, I'm excited for you. Congratulations on all your success, your income. Your income is rising every single day in the 5K Club, from your networking business to your NFTs to, you know, your rewards program that you and your husband are getting into. It's just going amazing. And I look forward to seeing you at your first million. And we already have some people that'll be at their first million in the next 10 to 15 months in the assets we have. So it's going amazing. And so we have a lot of things happening. And mind you guys, we started this back in January of 2022. Right now, as I'm doing this recording, it's August. So we already have things that are happening in a major way. Make sure you don't miss the boat. Get in the 5K Club, and I'll see you all at the top. Biffy, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you for your time as well. So again, as Jason said, whoever sent this video to you, get back with them if you're serious about the 5K Club, thank them for it, and then see what steps you need to do to go further to be able to get in. We look forward to seeing you all, and congratulations in advance.